Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yorubaland series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel, in which, as you can see, that the High Kingdom of Lower Niger continues to expand, and by my vassals, of course, and never by me, because I hardly ever go to wars personally anymore, and we do raids occasionally, which that sort of thing's often discouraged. We used to have higher taxes, but that's kind of lowered now due to certain factors. Whether if it's opinion or a decentralized realm, or even bad control or not so good development. Well, we don't know other than just go along with it. Alright? Just go along with it. Well, meanwhile, I'm trying to get this under control. Fortunately, there is something that could help us out a bit. If we have a lot of money, that is. Just increase tax slightly. If we can invest in all that. But of course, that's gotta wait. Whilst, meanwhile, we continue the development. And, we got a threat of independence now. So, it's Savalu, the biggest one. And this one's Ashanti and Mamprusi. So basically the whole eastern half of the High Kingdom. But now, it's too weak for them to send an ultimatum. As long as they stop them from doing what they're doing. Alright. No longer sickly. While out in leisurely stroll, a cry of the particular merchant stands up from the regular hustle bustle of the street. Greetings, my lord. I have an exquisite assortment of wares, if my lord has the coin. As I peer over the mirror at a goods stall, I could hear over to him. Even trying to remember. The etchings on this piece must be real, and quite valuable too, he glances at me with a triumphant smile. A Greek Muslim, all the way over here. Let me see. I could do it. I believe this piece will be a more lucrative choice. 62% chance I'm a decent negotiator, or 37% chance that wasn't a great deal. Successful haggle. Once I pass the next two stalls, Overhaul beams at me. Yes, quite good indeed. Could have done much better myself. He clearly eyes the balls next to us. It shoots me an anticipating side glance. Yeah, I could teach you a couple of strategies. 64% chance to reminisce about the miners of firing all night long. Successful persuasion. That'll make you do better. Meanwhile, I'm also St. David. Spent 15 gold, then give me some of that money back and more. So there's that going for you. Alright. Now remember, we could start a new legend, but I'd rather do something else. That gives it a good excuse of why I should have this legend to be formed. It has to be for a completely different reason. Okay? Can't be just anything generic. Like, say, adopt feudal ways, and there's a legitimizing legend seed for that. But we are quite far away from any military innovations. And now you can call me the architect. +2 stewardship, and also much more reduced time and cost for buildings and holdings. And I want to switch over to scholarship focus just to continue with the development growth. And in 4 years' time, get this first. I'm back on the battlefield. The mud is clinging to my boots. The rank stench of the dead is assaulting my nostrils. Once again, I'm relieving the day. A pleasant revolt, led by Kinbao, rose up against me. I wake up, gasping, cold beads of sweat clinging to my face. Kenwa stirs beside me, but doesn't work. I must deal with my troubles alone. Okay, here's a trade-off. I'll never lose again for the next 20 years, which is basically the rest of my life. Rest of my life. Life. L-I-F-E. You sure about that? Yeah, she was my bodyguard, but we never saw each other eye to eye. So we need a new bodyguard. We got a good one. Two things. Network with the Trans-Saharan merchants and commission artwork. You got pretty good martial these days. How about give me another wood carver? Something from there. Give him my regards. You live close to us. Oh yes, to the hunt. Anything out there? Antelope sighting nearby. At least it's convenient to go this way. Bring out flushing gangs and bring out your knights and court guests and family too, so that way they can come in. Once again, prior hunting experience, so I'm willing to spend that big because I'm 50 years old and old age is starting to catch up to me. Be careful, this is occupied territory. You got 5, 4, 3 months. Lost count of it. Well, the other 2 guests that were remaining couldn't make it. You know what, give me a hyena for once. It lowers chance, but we can increase it with time. I want something more dangerous. My physician will be having one of these. Pressed Delphin and artifact. You know what, just give me that for once. I'm a bit of a gardener myself. Let me tell you about them. Ooh, nice. That could be used for future. Poaches. The animal is mine, along with fines for their lives, as I have 68% chance that those local magistrates acquiesce, or 31% chance of popular outrage. And they acquiesced. See, we're getting back to it. No worries. Steady, mind the ravine. Like all games, the slippery hyena has many tricks, planches and bruises that could fool even experienced hunters. One night, my butcher has halted the party. The wily hyena has been doubly to and fro, retracing its steps and running trails to throw us off the scent. There is no agreement over which course to follow, and each moment we tarry puts us down further than our prize. Patience. This should be easy to solve. 41% chance we quickly find a scent, 41% chance we soon find a scent, 16% chance we think we find a scent. We soon found. After hours of riding, we finally cornered the wilies. Our chase has not been in vain. We're tired of the fight. The hyenas at last halts, turns towards us, lights on an almighty lamp. The huntsmen quickly surround the growling animal, which goes to me, its bared fangs frothing and dripping with saliva. I'll bring it down myself. This will greatly increase the trade experience. 56% chance to be slain, 200% chance it wounds me, though I might be severely injured, or I die. I have my spear to cautiously move forward towards the exhausted animal. As I plunge my blade into it, the beast catches me with a strike, and pulled away as it laughs its death. Ah, damn creature! Wounded. Better heal me, physician. You didn't heal. Alright. As much as I would like to give it to you, but for me, it's for sale, so to speak. We gotta destroy that artifact. Oh, and also got some household savings out of it. Terrifying hyena hide. Actually, no, there's room for that. I was thinking about getting rid of that, but it ain't worth a damn. Put it on that wall. Want this wall full of hyena hides. Save it for next time. As old age progressively sets in, I must face my body decay and acknowledge that given my ever more occasional performances, I'm now impotent. I long for my past glorious days. Consider it gone. Yeah, you got these skill. So actually do come over. So 6% chance that I'll die, 5% chance you become scarred, 88% you lose wounded. And I just died! What are the odds? Uh-oh. Here we go again. Ooni and High King of Lower Niger has crossed the door to the world of spirits at 50 years of age. He died from his wounds. One of the best fighters of his age. He was unrivaled in hand-to-hand combat. And now, he ruled for 35 years. 35 good long years. And boy, he loved to hunt. 5 different hunts. And he's never going to find that white wolf now. And he was a very dreaded man. That's what he would be remembered for. He was a rather dreadful person who was an architect. He defended the country well, never attacked others. But now we fear that the period of instability will return to the High Kingdom, as High Shaman Latifu ascends to the throne. Merely 5 years old, she will need to rely on a regent, Messiah Onola, during her first years of rule. while back, Ooni, commissioned some craft guilds working for the Odador family to create a work of art. As he is no longer here with us, I will now receive this artwork. Today, the ivory and wood carvers presented with the results of their hard labor. A wood carving made from the great trees found throughout this region. This artwork's of fair quality and meets the standards of what would be considered acceptable to present a Alafrin like myself. While I was hoping they would create something truly magnificent, I cannot complain about receiving another lovely work of art. This one's for intrigue. Thank you for the efforts. I'm 5 years old, and my sister and my brother. My sister will rule Benin, and my brother gets to rule over there. Still hold Yari. So smaller and more vulnerable now. And this is definitely going to hurt the text. So you probably want to stop that now. And those who want to be on the council, you will get it. So now there is a real fear of possible, aggression. Would like to be one of learning for once. Oh, you got pretty good learning. The same for base 2, base 1. Actually, no. Stewardship again. It's because that base kind of threw me off a little. We still have a court tutor who does not like me very much. Which is a matter of fact that she's a Muslim. Strong believers from her culture. Do have wetness. Yeah, I'm not particularly too well liked around here, especially with the lowered legitimacy. I mean, who knows what could happen. Years. You cannot sway until you're at least 12 years old. I can gift you a painting, and that's all I can do. Which you could do that every 10 years. So as I've stated before, get ready for a period of instability. Because this is going to destroy the High Kingdom for sure. I could feel that in my bones. Independence faction is definitely unless we can get this person up first. And also you desire the High Chiefdom, I can at least give you that. You'll finally have it. That would at least try to get you out. And remember, we have crime and punishment and a dagger. So hopefully some dread that's going to come from me may get this down. bodyguard and my courtier. Wins the duel. And a child cannot hold court, which is also problematic. If we dare fight for a war of independence, if they dare fight for a war of independence, that would basically break the entire realm in half. But I'm hoping at least one of them backs out. Because I can't handle Sangye. Could try to handle the others. Okay, that one's backed out. Even the region does not like me that much. Title claimant, he's cousin. Would you perhaps have a patrol between us? Will not accept, even if it's matrilineal. Low legitimacy is the main reason. Thank you for the additional taxes. Who is to be my guardian? Who knows a lot about stewardship and just as knowledgeable as such? Cousin, perhaps? Regent will teach me. Old age is starting to catch up to you too. We got some really good knights. Inherit that light footman thing. Also, I would love to, retract that off of you. Well, we will accept, but that's, loss of legitimacy unless you have a claim for it. Okay, I do have a claim for that, but here's the thing, though. Just give me a... It is terrified of me. I do have a claim for it. No view of a tyrant. Willing to accept. I mean, at least, can I have at least get us some good income and levies out of this? So, yeah, that's a loss of legitimacy for what you just did. Despite the fact I got a claim to it. I had to do what's right here. And this is a site where you could build that legendary shrine one day. Which would be helpful. So it gives us another knight and some more levies. And what have you done to this place? Locals pacified. major purge, and harsh rule. I also have a claim of Jebu, but however, it's too busy fighting a vassal war. I would love to retract that vassalage and then revoke it, but it's a little too much. Disillusioned faction is also in play. So another one backed out. You know what? Raise the armies. And for reference, 6 months. In terms of skills, the best one is you. You're the acclaimed knight. She's got what it takes. See if we can find extra gold during the course of this war. Go ahead and revoke. So what's it gonna be? Savalu and what's the other thing? Mamprusi wants to leave the country. We'll fight for it. The magnificent model castle made out of twigs and small rocks really has an air of splendor to it. As I applied the finest touch to the tallest tower, the rain started coming down as a storm was brewing on the horizon, found to catch up my location. I shoot the storm of a desperate look, fiercely trying to figure out how to ensure the safety of my creation before retreating. I should reinforce the exterior walls. I always feel safe with walls. In the early dawn, the storm finally calms down. I rush out into the bushes to survey the damages done to my magnificent twig castle. Most of it is gone now, but one features left standing. The tallest tower, with the tiny signature I carefully carved for myself. Success. At its feet I find a small, here it is, the stone, half buried in the dirt. I must be managing things, but I examine it closer. I vaguely make out the shape of a small mallet. This smoothly, here it is, the stones found in Ife appears to have a dark spot in the shape of a tiny mallet on one side. Curious. You win this round, storm. Don't destroy that. It might be useful. It too is dealing with issues. Negotiate an alliance between those two. You got it. Sister Pact. I will not be threatened. And Mamprusi joins the Independence War. They're in the middle of it, so they're committed while they will commit. And we will be there to take the war to them. Let's go. Keep me safe. Don't let the bastards win. See if you could keep the country together. Hosting a grand tournament. Well, I can't do grand tournaments, but I could do meet the peers. It only costs 45, but we can get money back during the war when we get prisoners, and then we ransom them. And perhaps revoke that title in order to get me more land and therefore more taxes to pay. And including vassals be more cooperative. So yeah, this is happening during wartime. Oh, there's the enemy. They're over there. So let's go to their capital then. Especially if we could try to imprison their children. So they're gonna try to take that. This is just the same fort level. Everyone is here. As all the small lords and ladies are ushering the room, I feel myself grow giddier and giddier. I've thrilled that my vassal Obabiranike and Obiangaiku, the daughter of my chancellor Umo Orishiyemi, could both make it. Not to mention Jake is the son of my vassal Ajapata Nawakabi. Welcome. Siege begins. It'll be 8 months. Sorry about it. Bold. Returns are humble, the bold. Not the bundle abroad. Despite his well manners, Mar's eyebrows are knitted together in frustration. Yoruba and Aina language seem to have more differences and similarities, hence our struggles to speak to each other. America do something we could play. They could have getting angry or should just hope resolve by itself. I'll talk slowly and loudly. That should help. Nowadays, the daughter of my chancellor and I are watching the knights train at a courtyard when my knight Aminata approaches us with a smile. What do you say, Charlie? Think you can handle the basics? I would rather watch you train. Gotta have your marshal up a bit, in case there would be a time where I have to lead armies. If there is a time like that. A ball pounces past me. Scoot back in the waiting arms of Mar. You want to join? We got a ball? We could do with some more players. Small crowd of kids guys especially around us. As I'm pensive, I say, I don't really feel like it. Not my thing. Ooni and High King, the daughter of my Chancellor, Orishiyemi, and I that agree that trade is an important skill for a noble land. So we decided to visit the local market in Ife. We only have some pebbles for currency, but they are really shiny. Let's set up our own stall. Some merchants humor me and buy my pebbles with leaves. Practicing trade for the next 10 years. Glory is widely known already. It was good to forget all responsibilities for a while and spend time with the other children, but I'm told I have to return to my duties now. We all had so much fun. Hopefully we can do this again soon. Till next time. Future reference. God dang it, why does this siege take so long? It's because they didn't get the good effects, whereas they got it better. See? And no benefits for what we got here. It's just a normal prolonged siege, which was no good to nobody. Disillusioned factions disbanded, which is good. Just to keep it localized. There we go, disease outbreak. And now they just hired a mercenary company. Did not capture one of their heirs, but we'll work on it. I step out of my tent to see kind of saws up for me. Patchwork tent city stratum, the rise overlooking the tribe of Savalu. Flags flap and flutter all along the horizon, and at various intervals the fires burn. Shouts and cries ring through the damp air. My low retainer approaches the forces sees and I get out my bodyguards headed to the edge of camp. The tribe of Savalu before me stands for me. A shambles, a burnt shell, and the fields between, a vast sickly black cloud of locust swarms. Yellow bands on their hard shell carapaces are swollen to bursting. Shrill rattling sounds fill the air as acrid smoke swirls above them, spiraling through the air. The locusts descend upon their kin, stripping them bare and leaving a field of flesh and blood and a hollowed hulk of waste. Bodies and body parts littered the muddy streets. Survivors huddle in the shells of makeshift huts made from felled trees and fallen bricks. Loot. And imprison anyone you see. Yes, we did that to our own. You do not capture their children because they're from other places, that's why. So basically, if you want to capture the heir, you gotta go over there. But we ain't got time for that. We gotta catch them. They may have the high ground, but we'll catch them. We'll cross that river and defeat them in the mountains. We'll catch them. And then we gotta go defeat the main army. And thank you for the gold. That'll keep us going. They have the bit of advantage, but we have the numbers. They're gone except 2 knights. 2 mercenaries. captured vassal, direct vassal of enemy. It's for keeps. This way. We gotta take a long way. We gotta ford that river. And also we did well in the mountains because we don't want to give them any defensive advantage. Because we were fighting in their turf. We'll fight them over there in 3 months. And then we'll see too that what we can do with them. We don't want to let them group it together because that could create more problems. Make sure you don't betray me, brother. You going for the high ground? Yeah, you stay there. And we're gonna catch you. They say we may win decisively, but we do have a better commander than theirs. Oh, they have a massive advantage now. Oh, we're gonna get defeated. We've lost everyone. This doesn't bode well for us. All we have is our knights with no men at arms. Raise them all again, and it'll take a year to, get them all together again. And is retreating back to EPE. You'll be back with us. We're gonna need you again. That was just bad luck. A major setback. Come here. Now we are much more vulnerable. Could this be the beginning of the downfall of the High Kingdom? After this massive rout that we just had? Who knows? Perhaps we'll find our answer soon enough. Culture discovered barracks. Alright. So the culture belongs to someone else. The day's been spent playing outside a while. All in all, quite pleasant day. When suddenly I'm approached by a local child, Timeyori, and I challenged you to the den building competition, Lady Latifu. He struts around and smirks, traveling at me, fully expecting to win. Gotta keep a good mix. We can build a stronger den together. This reminds me of my another child decision. High walls. Timeyori is surprisingly strong. Between the two of us, we've built a proper and sturdy den. Just in time for the heavens to open up and let down a massive rain. The thunderbolts speed across the sky, none of them hitting as we are protected by the walls of the den. As we sit inside the hideout, staying dry and safe thanks to our hard work, can't help but contemplate the value of togetherness and camaraderie. Alliances are great defense. And walls. Fascinating and intriguing. I've been watching the council at work. One councillor, in particular Steward Obatoyan, has caught my interest. It's clear that we share the same passions. I find spending more and more time with the council. I want to help out. Helping or making a mess? Getting your hands dirty will make you learn. Yeah, it does. Yes, I know. So they're liberating the back. And this is a massive setback for us, which means they will most certainly win their independence war, and thus, thus this realm will leave the High Kingdom. And one day, we'll fight for it back. 5 months. I don't think we got 5 months. Are you getting enough sleep? Mother's worried question reminds me I have not been sleeping well. The constant pressure to perform well at all tasks outweighing my desire to sleep. She tells me to take the evening off and go to bed early. It's an offer I happily accept. Not too worried about stress. I'll stay up and make a gift for my mother. No increase of intrigue here. Now, who's the new regent? Mother. Alright. Oh, no. Here we go again. So this is the High Chieftain of Kirikongo. A holy war for the kingdom. That's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You want this bit of land there? That's it? That bit, that's a waste. I'm willing to give that up. But however, what do I lose? Glory hounds won't like me. I'm willing to put my hands up for it because they only want that bit of land, which is something I'm willing to give up for that. So those glory hounds won't like it, but nevertheless, I don't know if it'll be wise if we should engage them out there, because we're not fully recovered. I think we just have to accept defeat. And they say they go independent. And it makes me feel like that I don't think I'm the rightful ruler for the job if this keeps up. I mean, we're ready to normalize, but we need to find a way to... I mean, we do have a pretty decent strength, but as I said, I think it's kind of too late for the country now. council died consumption, and this is a new one, and at least that one endorses me. As I pass, I smell wonderful awakening from the kitchens. My rumbling stomach spurs me to the doorway. Open, and cautious peek reveals exactly what I've been hoping for. Comfort, left unattended, or seemingly at least. Another worried glance around the room reveals nothing but obvious. I need to make a break for it, and Latifu! Freeze, hand outstretched, more finger breaths away from this. What do you think you're doing? My mother, Kenwa's voice is as stern as it is heartbreaking. Nah. I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Didn't get it. We entered into the new century, into the new millennium, but not quite the way I envisioned. It's all because of that damn hyena. And there's also another situation going on in Benin. Crusader claim for the kingdom of Benin? Oh, sister. Arid hills. It's gonna be their hills, but not for long. Here's our last chance to save this nation from certain doom. Nope, massive disadvantage. We are beaten again. Our defeat has tarnished our rule. The war is lost. I guess this is indeed the beginning of the downfall of the High Kingdom. They can demand whichever they want. Mid to the contemporary side, shaman like they may losing this war has gone on for too long. Not that long. I'm glad to put an end to it. I accept your surrender. Well, you enforced it. So Savalu and Mamprusi have become independent. Which, to be fair, most that did not belong to Niger except in Savalu proper. One day, we will be back. We will be back. And our country must heal. But in the meantime, during the rebuilding process, we shall, as I said, just recover and hope that nothing else terrible happens. Such as formation of disillusioned faction. You want to sit on the council? Never. I know what you want. You want to destroy the entire High Kingdom, now that you have the backing of others, which will come soon. With the ongoing conflict between Overbeeren, Peke and Ooni I've been working tirelessly to get to the heart of the quarrel and believe with the right encouragement a settlement may be reached. Yes, please, don't let my sister lose that kingdom. I mean, it's about to. No. It'll do as I say, as Araphiran. And dead. I saved you. I have issues with crew. They probably won't like it, but I don't think they'll join factions because they're terrified of me. Another one wants to destroy this High Kingdom. Oh gods, is this really the end of High Kingdom? Because of our defeats on the Savalu front? And now there's a growing possibility that the Golden Age did end here. But in the meantime, continue to meet with peers like any child would. Okay. Pay us ransom. You got it. 100, thank you. I forgot that we took some of their prisoners. Listen to the words, my words, children. Today I'll teach you about Oldumare, Orun, and even Odragoon themselves, exclaims, forever burning his eyes. Me and the other children are spellbound by his sermon. Who knew that Ulifa could be this fascinating? As the sermon ends, I have to tell Nick my thoughts. What was that about the divine right of queens? Ambitious. To me, that would sound like her. Not only she wants to be better at every skill that she's trying to balance together, but knowing that our country has seen defeats and retreats, we got to bring it back to prominence. So she knows what she wants and she's not afraid to try and get it. She can try again. I can see that. I guess shotgun will take unless it's the heart, truly. You're still my guardian. Unlucky for you, cousin. Sorry. Let's just hope not another person joins the disillusioned faction, because we are still recovering from a terrible defeat. 2 defeats, in fact. Oh, it's already stationed? Okay. Right. Everyone is here. Let me see what you got. Wants to forge a mace. Come. Would like to purchase a web, please. 79% chance I convince a merchant to trade. 20% chance that the merchant runs me off, and I be a fumbling customer. I could of the trade, increasing my stewardship. Excellent for the domain limit increase. And we'll slowly get our income back, hopefully. And plus it increases the levy size when you have higher stewardship. I thought my vassal, Jinaboro, Gando, and the peasant boy merely pretended to fight, but suddenly there is blood in the dirt. Gando hits the ground with a grunt, and the peasant standing above her moves to attack again. As I'm pensive, I'll say, someone please help. We're exploring the local temple when the daughter of my vassal, Debutantes, Nawakibi, and I stumble across my friend, Nike. Is it Nike or Nike? Or Nike? How do you say the name in the Yoruba language? So I see across my friend surrounded by scrolls. There are journals from long ago. Are you interested in hearing such things? Yes, teach me about them. 83% says I take the art of journaling, increasing our learning. 60% chance that I learn nothing and I'd be struggling with writing. But nevertheless, I lose stress due to being pensive. The art of journaling. Come out and play? No, don't really feel like it. I don't play ball with others. My guest, Abu Bakr, is obviously hiding something, but just he agrees to what it is. EPE Combability, son of my vassal, approaches and says I join him for a game of chess. Sure, I don't care about silly secrets. It was good to forget all responsibility while I spent time with our children. I'm told I have to return to my duties now. Oh, it's so much fun. Hopefully we can do this again soon. Till next time. And please remember, when you reach to the age of 12, you gotta complete the rite of passage. Again, we are vulnerable. And if anyone else decides to join the disillusioned faction to destroy our country, I cannot in my good conscience just put my hands up and give up. No, we must resist, no matter the odds. There's no age limit if you want to practice far in the Blade Master, but I think you should do that when you turn 16. And we need a jungle specialist over here. More potential, recruits. Speaking of which, we need new knights. Because, for the sake of defense. Alright. Come here. Now for my dedication of faith. As I do. I think there's another way we could try to get some legitimacy back. We gotta hold a funeral. Here. An extravagant funeral for my father. He was a good man. And to ensure, to prevent factionalism, I would try to befriend him. So yes, it will be an extravagant ceremony. We can get the gold back when the regent tries to get money. The regent is my mother, of course. Either if it is to be, I can think this final resting place. I'm left alone to gather my thoughts and perfectly rival of the honored mourners. Can't find Overhaul anywhere, but I eagerly wait for his arrival so my plan to befriend him can finally start. I'll never forget my father. I'm glad there is time for peace, so that way we can hold the funeral officially. And perhaps it'll increase the opinion of the fellow vassals. 50. Getting good. Actually, no. what that was is... I don't remember. I think I gave... Oh, and another thing. And I'm sorry. This is for the sake of get them start making money, all the income back. We gotta lower everything. And the sorrowful line marches on. The line have a last word with Ooni, get a minute of lower Nigeria. A last whisper, a last long goodbye, a last nothing, at the last place anyone will see him again. Truly a privilege it is to be here. The line brings me ever closer until at last the figure in front of me parts. There's nothing but a veil between me and him. I know some of you don't like me, and some of you do, but all I gotta say is this. Speak of his virtues, so every guest at this funeral will be impressed with me. So I shall speak highly of, and some would remember him fondly and some don't. I gotta cater to them just to prevent, factionalism. Nestled in bed under my leopard skin, I drift to sleep in a warm haze. Standing before me is a magnificent leopard that urges me to follow it in the jungle. As we reach a glade, my heart stirs to pound, my body tingle, my soul yearn. As I turn, the leopard is gone. In its place is a beautiful... What does the religion say about... No, not culture. Religion. Yeah. Okay. I'll just say girl for once. She's gonna be a homosexual for once. You don't get too many of those from past rulers. Only saying that from past experiences of what she may have seen. So I'll say deaf. Deaf all around. Talk of deaf, Orun and Orun, arouse our mind. Thoughts of get to me in space, never seen again. Yet deaf, this means slips my understanding like sand through splayed fingers. This fate, cruel or kind, leaves even the most stoic of adults wet with tears, either in silence or in open wailing. What is it then? Perhaps the Gaoka of Ulaira will give me the simple answers. Why is everyone so sad? I'm comforted by the thoughts of the hereafter. Comforted for the next 15 years. A Muslim woman, but she fights for us still. All eyes fall upon him as he falls to ground limitation. Hands coating his red and eyes from view. His sorrowful gasps and chokes have left his fellow mourners breathless. Many offer him comfort and reverence as if it were him who would be committed to the hereafter. Eyes must fall upon only me. And they did. Did I miss a guest? Useful kind of competent commander. Oh no, that's the guy who's inspired. Disease? Where? Oh, way up there. Never mind. It ain't gonna come down the river all the way over here. Of all the figures venerated, villainous, none desired more than our part Ooni of Lower Niger. With his crowd of rapists and gawkers finding out of subjects to satisfy their satisfaction, I am at last left a moment of solace to myself and my father. I promise to be a better... I promise. That's what she would say because she's ambitious. Now the time has come to commit Ooni back into Mide, his final rites before his journey into the hereafter. His shrouded body, held suspended above an open grave, surrounded by close friends and family, stood at his head as me. A privileged mourning for the only time magnanimous host. To see him surrounded by so many mourners and given a proper order so bail gives me hope that I too will be remembered as fondly as the elephant. At last his body is lowered to the earth, and a funeral was officially completed with a prayer. Beautiful. Funeral was concluded. Failed to befriend, but nevertheless, I pay to him. No. Never. I paid you once and I'm not paying you again. Won't get fooled again. Can't wait to make investments to, you know, make more taxes. Make more tax income. So that way, things may help. Levies are still recovering slowly but surely, but it's helping to keep those two at bay. Don't want them to get too powerful. Shadow yard reveals something deep and unpleasant. A plague arrived in this unassuming hamlet. The infected are covered from head to toe in rashes that are hot to touch. People are already calling this infection famine fever. Wow, when numbers remain low, it's only a matter of time before it spreads further. Summon a physician. Oh, this is new. Okay. A dim flickering light of the Holyjill's infirmary illuminates the scene as the physicians lay out the plan of attack. I have a number of observations regarding famine fever. Chiefly the way patients are tormented by the camp fever that I've never seen before. The plague does not appear to be too severe, so it is my recommendation as a professional that we take a light approach to prevent the spread. After all, we do not wish to hurt the economy. Ultimately, the exact strategy for preventing the spread of this plague is mine to make. A soft approach is best. So we can upgrade those. Just remembered. It would seem the moderate approach has been proven successful. With its slow in spread of disease symptoms among commoners, though the impact is quite minimal, it should at least grant more time to work on a more permanent solution. Wonderful. So, your current fascination is quilled armor and exposed to moths. At least we're getting more into the military tech innovations now. What's going on over there, by the way? War of Tyranny. Crew's got plenty of issues. Do not answer. Do not pay. Y'all had a free captives war? This old venerable spear. My antiquarian bar approaches me accompanied by my vessel. My lady, it's been brought to my attention that your darting Dagava spears in terrible conditions. Despite my best efforts, I can't do anything more to preserve without adequate funding. Nevertheless, I found a possible solution to spare your coffers. He's offered to shoulder the expenses in exchange for a token of your gratitude. Oh dear. I knew there was a catch. I have no need for your help. Also, I didn't see you here. Come in. There, we got good fighting women that serve in our army during times of crisis. Yeah, we're recovering nicely. That'll keep them at bay. So we lost a part of the country, which one day we'll fight for it back. Because one day we gotta go to war against Savalu for the seas to the Georgiachi. When that the time comes. Whenever that day comes. Ammonia. Old and infirm. We need a good one. Willing to replace. My cousin, besides, spoke to me about a capital sentence that a loyal deep's been given 2 days ago. I want to know what I thought such a harsh penalty for such a small crime. For me, I say we should all be satisfied with what we already have. Yes, my line of thinking is different. I could go on Grand Tour now since I'm at that age. Which is risky for a child like me. You want that? Famine fever has devastated the people of Kaduna. My court physician has been informed me that local trade in produce completely dried up as people wall in their homes and the streets waiting issues call. He blames the plague on the bad air surrounded dead and dying, proposes the country of a vast field of astus. Wouldn't do much to dispel this bad air and slow the spread of disease. It's worth a try. Saying no to that hurts your legitimacy. Not having anything planned for today, this is a fine opportunity to enrich myself in the various aspects of our glorious holding, EPE. What question would be most productive should I go to the military compound headed to Akin Moyoro? The trade district managed by Orbitalian will pay a visit to Niga and the local temple. Orbitalian seems knowledgeable. What does make a good trade hub? We spend the day passing through guild halls, inspecting the placement of the craftsmen in relation to market space and other economical aspects of city building. Orbitalian is a knowledgeable guide, talking about taxes and fees, painted a picture of our current economical status. He finished off the tour handing me the Architecture of Trade, a well-worn piece of literature on the topic. Today's been a good day. Yeah, I'm gonna have very high stewardship skill by the end of this, after the end of my education. But I'm kind of surprised that it's like, yes, we've lost a bit of land, but we'll get it back. That is rightfully ours in Savalu. Here we go. Meet Piers one last time. Is that so? Oh, you probably might. And you know how much I want to practice sparring. I'm willing to spend this amount of gold. And I only say this because, you know, I still have much to learn. I want to be as great a warrior as my father. I don't trust any of you. Just keep it with domestic affairs. The claim over there is ended, no longer. Where? Oh, down there. Whatever they were doing, they have it. You have a claim? What's your education, sister? Learning? Right. I'd rather increase my martial. Every little bit helps. My kinsman approaches me with a heap of fabric and arms. As he dumps on the floor in front of me, I realize it's a heap of clothing for adults. Slay house together. I hope you're alright. I'll say only if we are the parents. Someone please help. I don't rough around with other children. Alright. Do teach me about them. I always love to learn more. The Dissolution faction's been created again. I don't play ball. Thank you very much. Keep an eye on them. Who knows what else they would be doing. I did not know that Kingdom of Houseland was it conquered recently? Swore fealty. Ah, inherited, and then they swore fealty, and it's part of ours now. Expanding all the way into Lake Borno, is that what I believe it's called? Because that's roughly you almost control the borders of modern day Nigeria today. Because it does lead up to all the way over there. Yeah, Borno, and I know Borno State. So yeah, now you got another kingdom to watch out for. And this is done by my kinswoman. But at least she's a child. No threat. Also lost a subjugation war. Meet peers. Okay, I'll be there. Don't spend too much. Oh, and also on the way back, why don't you go visit the Travel Court in the Kingdom of Benin? Yeah, this would be my last ever meet peers. one's got a great horse, Ajapata. EPE Combability comes us to all the pure meat. My sister, went straight for the ocean and threw herself in with no hesitation. What started as playful splash soon turned into something more frantic. The Sunday disappears under the surface. As the moments stretch on, I realize she won't resurface, at least not without help. Please, anyone, help? Someone hears and helps. Oh, my sister's okay. My vassal Commando climbed the highest tree around and gesturing enthusiastically for me to follow. No, I think I'll stay down here. I say that because I'm pensive. Just role-playing that fact. I don't go always helping people all the time. Personally, at least. Just haven't found my courage. No, that's silly. Let's play chess. Ahem. Like to purchase a ware, please. Thank you. More stewardship for me, and who knows how much stewardship skill I'll have when the education ends. And do teach me about them. More learning. Alright. Goodbye. Now I'm too old to do meeting peers again. I'm coming. I'll get to the court event once I arrive back there. $600 martial lifestyle experience. Very good. Who dares? Prussia is at it again. This time wants a claim on a high chiefdom of this area. Our chance of revenge. Bod, you go get him. This is your chance to try to stem the decline. And they're bringing their allies with them. That's why I declared war against us, because they knew that they can't do it without help. And look over there. They have been beaten by one of our vassals. Well, not an active participant in the war, but certainly. That is a large force. 2 years have passed since my coveted blade master with 15 prowess to improve my skills. How much depends on your ease and understanding the master's techniques. Continue the training. If your prowess is less than your master and you are less than 40 years old, while not being a prisoner, not incapable, you might like to pay another 2 years training. Your blade master recruited At the start of your training, his prowess is 15 if he is competent, 20 if he's dangerous, 25 if he's deadly, and 30 if he is elite. So I just increased my prowess by 2. Jumped up by a lot. Astronomers around the world have reported a most fascinating, unprecedented anomaly. The appearance of a new star in the sky. Stars appearing out of nowhere is abnormal, but hardly unheard of. What is extraordinary about this new star is that it's extremely bright, even more than Venus, which is normally the brightest celestial body after the sun and the moon. In fact, ordinary people reported seeing it during the day too. Many are debating whether this unusual star is just a minor, if odd, phenomenon, or an event of great importance. Regardless, astronomers who are observing it says now it does have some strange properties and behaviors. For example, it dims or brightens or flickers almost at random, or even disappears for weeks at a time. One can only wonder what this new star represents, or why is it the way it is, and how long will it stay in the sky. Sponsored astronomers to record some observational data. Gain the Yoruba account of the 106 supernova. Historical context. S10 1006, as it's called nowadays, was a supernova about 7,200 light years away, which appeared in 1006. Is the brightest observed stellar event in recorded history that we know. We know it. SN 1006 is a test of records from all across the world, from official Chinese histories to a text by Iranian scholar Ibn Sina to the annals of Abbé St. Gall in Switzerland, and more. Based on these sources, scholars have calculated that the supernova was first sighted in the April of 1006. It may have been visible a few more years after that. There were 2 subsequent supernova events during the medieval period, in 1054 and 1181, but these were not as bright as the 1006. Both were tested in Chinese and Japanese records, and by an Nestorian Arab source in the case of 1054, but other records and sightings of these 2 in other places around the world are debatable. Observe that. Here it is. This text, hang on, pause it. This text records the observations of various Yoruba astronomers made concerning the 1006 supernova, the brightest observed stellar event in recorded history. A large new star was seen in the skies for up a few weeks and possibly as long as a couple of years. Due to the extraordinary nature of this event, High Shaman Latifu encouraged local scholars to write down some notes about it for posterity. Again, the war objective is over there. But since they're the ones that started it, we're going to need you to go up there. To blindly chase a wild creature, launching arrow after arrow or spurring ever harder. Futile, last of my renown. Beasts can be cunning. They scent the stalker on approach, scatter before the hunting pack, and turn violent when cornered. Bringing down Courtiers means knowing them in their wilderness well. Now, once the horn is sounded, never relenting. The most skilled of hunters is Dalo. In his company, I'm covered to know the ways of Oludumari's creatures and the ways of outwitting them. To the chase! So you're a hunter now. You believe he would make a good husband for me? No, he's club-footed. Excellent stewardship, though. No. Okay. Just for seeing those observations up there, I say this is not a law of a godly realm. For once, she becomes a bit cynical, which is not unheard of for the Ooni. Despite he's supposed to be a religious figurehead, but for her, she's not as religious as you would think. She trusts the self-interest of others above all else. Ups her intrigue, though, and, of course, her learning. Like, for a moment, I was about to say, did someone just die on my watch? Executed by my orders. Did I? I never called for it. Actually, it's due to an event popping up. That's what it was. Oh shit, I forgot. In the past few days, neighboring Horsemare has been visiting my court on his way to some holy site or something. Since his arrival, he's been outshining me with his generosity towards my own courtiers. We've all been lapping up his gold with no dignity. I can't help but scoff as he seems surrounded by adoring courtiers for the umpteenth time. My courtiers! First for you, good Akira Moyaro, and also coins for you, Killing Dania. Remember, riches are meant to be shared. I could take advantage of silly generosity too. Hey, you did it! Sucker. My gods, look at the size of their army, with their combined forces. We can never defeat them. Never. These two are in on it together. And we need a new physician. If you attack one of them, they'll overwhelm you. No need for a caravan master at this time. You're not going anywhere. Disillusioned faction. I told you, beginning of a decline. Should we pull back in case of defeat? Because they're all in it together. We didn't realize how many are up there. Sane, you may have one leg, but you got lots of skill to lend. If you attack, they're fighting for the hills. They do not appear to be. Oh shit. They're gonna overwhelm you. We have the advantage, but how many can we hold off? We almost had it won, and then enemy reinforcements arrived, but we still have the advantage. Not all hope is lost. Just hang on. One sec. Today we are partaking of court ceremonies. It's just the bog standard rituals of nice words and clothing, and just as used to reinforce my power in Trans-Saharan. These rituals are also awfully boring. Today's ceremonies, in fact, were so boring I dozed off. It must have been a few minutes. I woke up only because Aitata did a fake call that was so loud I heard it. Anyways, it was always anyone I fallen asleep. They all pretended that nothing happened out of fear of offending me. I did wrong, but I shouldn't attract much attention to it. We are winning this battle, and enemy reinforcements are not expected to arrive by 9 days. So they're in retreat now. We have the high ground now. Stop right there. Hold your ground. You have it. Now we have a bit of a disadvantage. But we killed one of their knights. We still have their numbers. Don't give up. Okay, now they do have the advantage more. Or do we have it? Are we still winning? We're losing hundreds each damn time, but we got them, 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 got those bastards down now. Good news is we prevented them from taking territory. One hell of a battle. That'll keep them at bay. But unfortunately, due to these massive losses, this definitely gives the disillusioned faction the excuse that they'll need. But at least that'll scatter them away. So, first battle of Bisa, we only lost near 400. Good fame gain. And the second battle of Bisa, we lost 1,300. Yeah, we lost more, but they'll fight on. But we should begin the siege. Try to take their capital before the disillusioned faction starts, because we gotta withdraw. We cannot fight a war on two fronts. Impossible. Because I fear we may have to look for an alliance. Maybe Saul will do. But unfortunately, your brothers have land. Cannot allow Gobir because it's Muslim. Not Kong. Not Wagadu. Bassa, maybe. Daughter, 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 son. Not betrothed. Okay. What do you say? Yes to matrilineal, but will not result in alliance. Okay. Okay. So, what is the nearest that would be willing to marry me matrilineally? But the kingdom of Takrur. Oh, that is a large realm. Oh, it's way over in Senegal. But by the time the ships get here, would be an issue. There's no better alternative than this. A wild oat. Okay. So matrilineal is a Senegambian. You'll do. Only want you to come here for the defense of our realm. Fama Folly is his name. It's a strong one. Just keep them away from the war target. As I wander across the corridor, a scrap of parchment swells in the breeze. I catch it, but the strokes dabbed on them like anything I've seen before. I have found my note, Daniel's voice started. Sensing my beers as she taps the scrap, reassuringly. It's of another language, my lady. Don't you worry. I can read it. You wouldn't need to bother yourself now. The Tubu language. Yeah, I want to. I want to learn a bunch of languages in my free time. I want to learn many tongues. You speak Greek? Is your guardian Greek or something? Or is it just sounds more pleasing to you as far as court language is concerned? Well, there is Tubu and like that is Greek. My name is Latif. Oh, like the strawberry cloth. I will dedicate time to this. I already feel accomplished already. And also, I'd like to learn your language too. This demanding language. Yeah, they're all gonna get together and they're gonna kill us all here. Chances are even. They still got some ways to go, but hopefully we have the massive advantage against them, but that's wishful thinking. But I fear if we stay here longer, there's a very good chance that this realm will be destroyed. If we don't pull back now. No, we got no choice but to fight on here. No surrender, no retreat. Battle starts now. Oh, they got the advantage now. When it reaches the fighting phase... No. No. We can't withdraw on this one day. Army will be destroyed. We're screwed. Nope. We're retreating. But thankfully we have an organizer where we don't take that much retreat losses. So now we gotta focus on ourselves to get it all together. With the help of the Sire, I completed my studies of stewardship. Even the highest aspects of the subject eludes me. I lived up to everyone's expectations and learned more than most. As I take my first steps of adulthood, I find myself reminiscing about some of the people who have made an impact on the woman I've become. The friendship I shared with Nick means a lot to me when we were both young, and still to have it by my side means a lot. Hi, Shaman Latifu, you're a woman now. But the real question is she gonna be known as the woman who lost a high kingdom? Because there's the two fronts of war now. One, they want this, and two, there's about to be a disillusioned faction war, which consists mainly of the Igbo areas, and one up there, and they want to destroy this country. And we've just taken a beating, so we no longer have to fight the war on the Western Front. So we gotta focus on here as we wait for our ally to come over here, if they can, and just help us out. Unless we just say surrender to them now, and they'll get their land. I'll take the loss. Actually, just wait until the disillusioned faction war starts, and then you call your ally in, and then tell them to surrender. Because there's no way I can focus on that. They'll get their land. As I'm the culture head now. Again, we want something that is exposed to as soon as possible. So, when you complete your withdrawal to there, I'm going to need you to head to Ile-Ife. Fresh knights will be coming in. How much money do I have? If I wanted to be, if I want to be a true ruler, you got to fight for it. This can all wait, to be honest. I would rather go for, So don't worry about the prowess, you got this handled. But rather, focus on strategy. I'm gonna do something that goes against it. Maybe I should be a commander. Maybe I should lead the army to victory. Although I have no commander skills, but perhaps I could fight with dignity. So come over here. Wait until this starts officially. Poor opinion about myself. Yeah, keep your eye on your vassals. New day for Sijomasa. Long ago, when a ruthless but capable Yasa, also known as Abu Muntasir, ruled Ijomasa, the city was the envy of other oases in the Western Sahara. In this outpost of Dar al-Islam, a motley group of peoples of different sects and cultures came together to rebuild a prosperous city. With his death, however, the city fell on hard times, beset by civil war and sectarian strife. Some claim, however, that things are changing now, and Ijomazan is slowly but surely returning to its former glory. Agilid Axel brought together the various parties in these fields to sit together and negotiate a tenuous peace. However, it remains yet to be seen whether his achievement will be enough to restore the Oasis' power, or if it has weakened enough to be an easy target for other rising powers in the region. We'll see what lies in store for Ijomazan as the Sijomasa's prosperity over there increases. Look, you're only good to get the troops moving fast, but now I kind of want to lead the army myself. We are in decline. But can we stem this decline? As we will not be threatened. And I want you to join. 162 levies have deserted. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Call your ally in. Make him join a disillusion war. This is a way to stop them. They can have this part of land. So we'll surrender to them. Despite the fact that we are winning. But realistically, no way. I mean, it would be knowable for me to defend the land and overcome all the odds. But alas, we've run out of time today, as the episode's gone long, and we'll end this episode as soon as they reach Ile-Efe, and decide whether or not should we surrender this one war and try to save this nation, or can we overcome the odds to defend both? Because they're less numerous down there, so they're probably easier to take on. Yes, much easier to take on than those over there. So at least make an effort. So that's all I gotta say. I'll take the lead. And if anybody else wants to join, they may be free to do so. Get in here. Just trying to get all the knights in here. And 2 acclaimed knights. You're all great fighters, but we don't know if it'll be enough. So that's my question now, is can they take them all on themselves, or will we fall? And we're not gonna let those bastards get together up there. So in this next episode, the fate of the High Kingdom is about to be decided. And will Latifu be known as the woman who lost the High Kingdom, or preserve it? Preserved some of its territory, but not all. I mean, we lost some. But again, we've heard nothing but defeats and retreats, and only one notable victory of the 2 battles of Bisa. But the fate is in her hands now. It's in her hands, and we only have one ally in the world who's from the end of this side of West Africa that is to come here. So we'll see you in the next episode, and we'll see what happens next. But until then, so long for now.